So the lion hypothesis, this is I really like this hypothesis because I really like X inactivation, even though I don't work with an organism that inactivates X chromosomes. I do study chromosomes during meiosis and how homology is identified between them, but I would like to study X chromosome inactivation because I think it's so fascinating. So the lion hypothesis was proposed by I think Russell and Lyon, two women scientists, I think back in the 60s or 70s. But okay, so what's going on here? So what the Lyon hypothesis is, it is saying in humans that, or other animals that undergo X chromosome inactivation, so when you right after conception, let's say we have conception that leads to a female zygote or zygote with 2 X chromosomes at least, one that will develop into a female. For the first 1 to 3 weeks, we just have normal development and mitosis and making lots of different cells with 2 X chromosomes active in each cell. And let's say we have thousands of these cells here. And I am going to diagram 6 of these cells. And remember, these X chromosomes, one was inherited from mom and one came from dad. So I'm going to put a D for dad and an M for mom. So 1 to 3 weeks, sometime after 1 to 3 weeks, each cell in that developing embryo undergoes a process, and that process is X inactivation. So each cell has one of these X chromosomes inactivated. So MD, 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 so on and so forth. And one of them, one of these has to, we don't care which one of them has to be inactivated, one of the X chromosomes. And it's thought to occur at random, so which means on average, half of the cells are going to have the X from the mom inactivated, and the other half are going to have the X from dad inactivated. So as a result, X mom is there, X dad here is in the Barr body. So half of them are going to undergo that one, and the other half are randomly going to inactivate the X from mom. So here's our Barr body here, and I don't know why I'm coloring it red. I think I did that in the last problem, so that's why I'm kind of doing it here. So in this lineage now, any cell that is derived from this cell during mitosis is going to have the same X chromosome inactivated. So it's too bad for the X from the dad. It is always going to be inactivated every time this cell, from now on, once the dad is inactivated, the dad X, it's always going to be, the dad is always going to be chosen for inactivation after mitosis. And we don't know how that happens. So that's amazing how how the chromosomes can be replicated and the same one can be inactivated each time. We don't understand that yet. As far as I know, we don't understand that. I'm pretty sure we don't. Same thing for the other cells which inactivated the mom X chromosome. Every time those cells go through mitosis, the mom X will be inactivated, and the dads will stay active. Okay, so that's the Lyon hypothesis. I think the key things are neither X is inactivated after conception. They're both active. Sometime 1 to 3 weeks after development, 1 to 3 weeks of development, you've got thousands of cells, and in each one of those cells, an X chromosome is chosen at random and inactivated, and from then on, every cell that's derived from that cell with the inactive X chromosome, the same X chromosome is inactivated during mitosis, or after mitosis. Okay, let's take a look at the next problem, which I think is going to be, well, I'll let you know in a moment.